What's up, folks? How y'all doing? So this is gonna be a bit of a late night video, and I just want to put it out there and just give just a just a bit of a vindication for yours truly. When I'm right on something, I deserve the fucking credit, and I'll tell you why. Because a few months ago, I do recall making a post that I think it'd be kind of interesting if it would be the Bloc quebecois, or just language Nazis, that would be propping up the liberals. Now, this whole thing with jerk meat is not really a surprise. I was shocked that it just came out of nowhere. But the thing is, that what is going on behind closed doors that he had to fucking do this, and now the Bloc is getting in on it. Now, I have been saying this for a while, and oh boy, this is gonna be sweet. No. This is gonna be sick, okay? This is gonna be sick. And this just vindicates shit for me, and this is, again, the fucking chaos that I want. Yes! Anyways, sorry about that. My inner beast was coming out just a little bit, and so was my mischievousness. And I'm excited about this. You know why? Because once again, I'm vindicated. Once again, I was right. And I'm just going to put it out here in video format. Ooh, spooky. Y'all, do not, I have said this so many times, do not ever times infinity trust a Quebec politician. Why is that? You had to deal with that with Cuban Fabio almost for 10 fucking years. And look at your end result. Are you enjoying your new normal? No? Fascinating now, isn't it? Now, apply that with this joke of this political gang with Blanchette, a nothing burger, a charisma vacuum, a dude that should not even fucking be there. But like I've stated, do not underestimate Quebec tyrants. They will never let a good crisis go to waste. Why is that? It's not, like, I'm thinking to myself, I'll believe this bullshit with jerk me when I see it. Because it's not as if, like, we're just gonna suddenly go in to an election just like that. What the fuck is going on behind closed doors that they had to make this switch? Why the fuck is this shit happening? What has Made in Liberty been saying for about 10 fucking years? When it comes to corruption, all of those fucking roads lead back to Quebec. Quebec and the Bloc Quebecois are a bunch of cock blockers. Nothing gets done. It's a joke. These people, I doubt, will ever have the fucking numbers to ever run Canada. And you know what's really funny, though? You know what I think is great? I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, when Blanchet was at the fucking podium and said something on the lines of, what the fuck did he say? He likes about Cuban Fabio, that he, with these everyday conferences, right, putting on a show, which it is a show. Well, I didn't know he would make a show of it, but I didn't know that Canada had a natural king. And blah, 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 blah. I'm getting it mixed up. But anyways, he wants to abolish the English monarchy. Okay, bruv. That's very prophetic now, isn't it? Because you want to abolish the Anglophone monarchy when you guys, the way you've been governing, or at least getting in the way of Canada, you're acting like a king in your own right now, aren't you? You might want to not say that and still having the fucking fleur-de-lis behind you, dude. And I wouldn't be surprised if you had that shit fucking tattooed on you and you had a fucking altar and you're masturbating and thinking about a Rene Levesque at your fucking altar over there and using the fleur-de-lis as a fucking sigil to accomplish your manifest destiny. He might be a chaos magician. Who the fuck knows? That'd be pretty heavy metal, but maybe I'm putting too much stock and credit into this guy, but I digress. Really, isn't that funny that during this pandemic, you had the fucking nerve to say that this guy is making a show of it and Canada is a natural king, and yet here you are, you're gonna help him prop up this minority government and continue for Canada to be like the communist paradise 2.0. Really? Isn't that hilarious? And might I point out again that these are separatists. These are people that are in the shadow of Lego. They're useless idiots. Well, useful idiots. Sorry about that. Useful fucking idiots. Yeah, I'm giving them credit, but I'll give them credit where it fucking is deserved. And it's too goddamn bad. You would think at this point, Canada, let me just point out to you something, Canada. While you guys for years were out here rooting for Quebec, look at this, guys. Look at this. At least Quebec is actually doing something to keep their culture French. Oh, really? Well, what example were you guys rooting for? What were you doing? Remember that values test? The first 6 months, the immigrants are gonna have to learn the basics amount of French and take a values test. What happened to that? What happened? Suddenly, all of a sudden, now the you guys are gonna get all pissy. You're gonna root for this shit, but you're not gonna call out the fucking bullshit of this province, though. I really can't stand the double standard of Canadians. Like, you guys are really full of shit, and no wonder you're limp-wristed. No wonder that this country is going to fucking shit. No, the one time that I agree with language Nazis, I do believe that Canada should be abolished, and all 338 MPs. Oh, if Vlad the Impaler was coming back from the grave, I would be so happy to watch Dracula Untold Part 2. I would just be so happy about this right about now. But I would just gather up all these motherfuckers and blast them to fucking Pluto. Not Mars, because we want to colonize Mars. We don't want to be colonizing with a bunch of fucking authoritarians. Gee, like, is it possible for us to live in a country where communists are not necessarily tolerated? You know, I would like to live in that world, but I know I'm being idealistic, okay? So, at this point, folks, please, ramp up the anti-Quebec sentiment. Go for it. You know why? Because you're doing us a favor. This guy is a useful idiot. He has done nothing to help bring forth the glorious, the most amazing, great news of the gospel of Bill 101 and Quebec. What has he done? Nothing. He's there for also a fucking pension. Polyev hasn't even called out this fucking idiot yet. And it's been shown that these guys are authoritarian. They are. They're willing to go along with the Online Streaming Act. And for certain Canadian content that is deemed by the government good and then bad, and then as long as our shit, the French stuff, gets to be pushed, we're very happy. But vive le Québec libre! Right. And ironically, I'm saying this in an area where I'm in enemy territory. I am, because provincially they voted for the CAQ, and federally, ironically, they voted for the Bloc. And I'm probably the only libertarian on this block here. Fuck me, man. You see how politically homeless I am and how complex and complicated my situation is? Oh yeah. Yeah. So, when is the abolishment gonna happen? Oh, it won't. It won't. But I'm pretty sure them deals are gonna go very through. Oh, yeah. And, please govern me harder, Daddy. Because Quebec loves to get fucked in the ass. Of course they do. You guys have proven that during the pandemic. You were okay with not just one curfew, but two. And threats from Lego to tax the unvaccinated. And this is, by the way, folks, let's not act like tyranny wasn't rearing its ugly head. You guys are already used to that. You know what it was called? The OQLF. You had anonymous complaints from people that saw the most terrifying things with English on signs, English on labels, English on wherever the shit was, and there was no display of French, or if there was, it was either the same equal font size, or French was smaller than the English. Oh no, whatever shall we do? Maybe we should call the OQLF. It's almost as if this is this thing called snitching. Isn't that what they did in Germany? I guess it's safe to say that Nazis aren't born, they're created. Hence, language Nazis. Boy, I'm getting very vindicated now these days, huh? Kind of awkward for you guys, but I digress. You know, there's nuance, and it's called minding your own fucking business. Polyev ain't gonna do that. He didn't attack these assholes enough. Well, they're very insignificant. Well, now they ain't. So yeah, Quebecers all these useful idiots, and yet, what is Blanchet good for? He's a centerpiece. He's just doing it for fucking money. And let me just point something out, because really, let's really dig. Really fucking, let's be honest here, guys. Brexit, right? How's that going for England these days? How's it going for the UK? You guys have, what's his face, Stalin over there? And it's not even like 6 months. It's not even 3 months. And this guy is already implementing your lovely dystopia. But I thought you guys out there like dystopian shit. That's what you voted for, right? No? Oh, okay. Vote harder! But anyways, and then get fucked in the ass more. But in all fairness, and yet, you want it to still be not part of the EU, and yet somehow we still have a dude who is implementing a lot of globalist shit. You don't think that wouldn't happen out here in Quebec? Me thinks a little too much with this. Yeah, just a little bit too much. But anyways, folks, all of this to say, do not ever trust Quebec politicians. Oh, I can't wait to see where this shit fucking goes. Oh, this is gonna be great. Peace out.